Good evening, everyone. From the Central Illinois Fire Network Weather Center, I'm Larry Eastep. We have a number of tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, and severe thunderstorm warnings across the Ohio and Mississippi River valleys this evening, mainly across central Illinois, central Indiana, even back into Missouri. We've been going through power outages here in Springfield this evening, local radio and TV stations popping on and off the air. We've had 2 or 3 tornado warnings here in Sangamon County and out earlier this evening just west of here near Jacksonville. We were watching rotating wall cloud and some funnel clouds in that area. We've been through many rounds of this over the past 24 hours, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Let's go to the maps here, click a couple things, and we'll hope that power stays on long enough to give you this update. Let's show you what we're looking at from the Storm Prediction Center. This is Tornado Watch number 439. It's in effect until 2 a.m. for far east central Missouri and central Illinois. The Storm Prediction Center is telling us at this hour that there is a strongly sheared air mass and unidirectional flow just above the surface. Several supercell splits have been noted, and they are continuing to occur near and east of Peoria and into parts of Iroquois and Ford counties with large hail. There is an anchor point developing, though, north of St. Louis, where updrafts are developing near the edge of the stronger cap, and then they're reaching into central Illinois. Individual supercells still have a tornado threat, especially as they encounter the weak boundary over central Illinois from those storms from this morning. Otherwise, additional storms are being watched over portions of Indiana at the moment. If we can take a look at the map from Storm Prediction Center for Indiana, this tornado watch in effect number 441, and they've had some damage in the Edinburgh area just south of Indianapolis this evening. An outflow boundary from earlier storms is lifted north of I-70 in Indiana with a broad belt of west-southwest low-level flow blowing normal to the boundary. Right now, the strongest storms are in the Indianapolis area, and they are also occurring over into portions of southeastern Ohio. We can look at that a little bit better on a regional radar picture here, hopefully. And you can see this line of storms just pretty much track I-70 north of St. Louis all the way over through Indianapolis into Columbus, and now even over into the West Virginia area. A number of storms there, and you notice these storms back in Missouri as well with this line. We'll take a little bit closer look in on some of those in a moment here, and we can show you. They've been watching that particular area as well. The highest probability of tornadoes is in that area right around Hannibal and Quincy, Hannibal, Missouri, and just to the west of that, east of Kansas City. Increasing risk for damaging winds down north of Springfield, Missouri, south of Kansas City, kind of right in central Missouri there. They're watching that very closely, and again, another tornado watch likely in that area. Let's take a look at some radar pictures close up here and try to put some of this into some cohesive form. I know it's kind of hard. This is actually something I was doing meteorologically behind the scenes, those big words. This is looking at vertically integrated liquid. I'll get this out, I'm sure. This shows you the probability of hailers, those hail-producing storms, and we're seeing some pinks there just to the north of Litchfield, and kind of a line from Springfield to Litchfield. That tells us we're getting some large hail most likely with that. We can switch to a different image here, and that will... this actually here is showing you some flash flood potential and ongoing flash flooding, mainly west of Springfield right now in this corridor from just about Peoria down to south of Quincy. Some of these spots here where you're seeing yellow and oranges in the past 3 hours have had up to 4 inches of rainfall, so some major rainfall with that. Let's go back to the local radar here out of Lincoln with Storm Lab and show you we've got a number of tornado warnings continuing in effect. Some of these will start to expire here shortly. New severe thunderstorm warnings are replacing many of those, but as we speak right at the moment, still some very large hail with this massive storms from the south of Springfield all the way down to Litchfield. A lot of hail icons popping up there. Let's put some Pathcast on this here with Storm Lab. We've been overtaxing Stormlab here this evening. By the way, you can see Stormlab in action and download it for yourself and try it out at interwarn.com. That's INTERWARN.com. And that is a great program to have and take a look at and purchase a registered version and be able to track the storms yourself. Let's do a pathcast on this cell coming out of the Jacksonville area. Actually, this is the one southern. Should look at what I'm doing here on the screen. This particular pathcast is southern end of this storm that's just kind of firing up there over portions of Greene County, it looks like. If this holds together, it should be in the Farmersville area right around now, 11 o'clock. DeVerne at 11:02, Pawnee at 11:04. And storm further to the north in Jacksonville would be in the Williamsville area by 11:07, Dawson by 11:08. And one more pathcast here, maybe? No, I guess not. Well, we have it on the screen, but it's not showing me some times. Like I said, we're overtaxing the Stormlab here, I think. New severe thunderstorm warning just coming over for central Shelby County and Christian County in central Illinois. A severe thunderstorm capable of winds in excess of 60 miles an hour, located 3 miles northwest of Morrisonville, or 14 miles west Taylorville, moving east at 32 miles an hour. Again, that particular storm threatening the Taylorville area, Christian County, and Shelbyville. We're going to start to see a transition here eventually into more of a large hail damaging wind threat overnight, but as we saw on the pictures here a little bit ago, these storms are nowhere near done. They're going to continue for a number of hours more as we continue to watch these storms lift a little bit further northward, actually. First we thought they were going to kind of come south. Now they're kind of going northward. So north of St. Louis through Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio, all under the gun for more severe weather and large hail, dangerous lightning, damaging thunderstorm winds, and the probability, rather, of tornadoes. Man, I was out in that rain earlier and waterlogged my mouth or something, I'm not sure. But this tornado watch number 439 in effect until 2 a.m. Again, very massive line of storms, lots of tornadoes with these storms throughout the evening hours. No major reports of damage over central Illinois, luckily, but that doesn't mean we couldn't have some as these storms continue. Look at all those hail icons still out to the west through Quincy. A lot of hail through those. Luckily, though, if you look back in Missouri there, these storms are pretty strong, but we're only seeing severe thunderstorm warnings, so that's a good sign. Maybe in a couple hours we'll start to get out of the tornado warning mode and back into just severe thunderstorm threat overnight. We can hope at least. I think we'd all much rather have severe thunderstorms than tornadoes, but definitely something to watch throughout the night if you live anywhere across the Ohio Valley, and we will keep you up to date through the Central Illinois Weather Network, and also make sure you stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio and local media for the latest watches and warnings. I'm Larry Stepp. Have a good evening, and please be safe out there.